Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing an 8-week update, but what that really means is from the day I found out until today, update on my current pregnancy, how it's been going, how I've been feeling, and my first doctor's appointment, which was on Monday. So that is what we're going to be talking about today. And I'm just going to start by saying we have been sick at our house, which is awful. Being pregnant in your first trimester and being sick is just terrible, and we have been trying our hardest to fight it and just hoping and praying that Joshua doesn't get sick. Joshua is my 10-month-old. So that is what's been going on in our house. But I'm going to go ahead and jump right in and tell you guys about what's been going on. I wrote some notes down just so I would have them to keep me in line. Okay, so I found out right around I guess 3.5 or 4 weeks. I don't really know exactly when it is that you find out, but it's right around that time. And right away, that day, I think I told my sister. And then the next day I told my mom and Ben's mom and my best friend, who was pregnant at the time. Now she's had her baby. And I just wanted to tell people, and some of our other really close friends, and I just wanted to tell people right away because having gone through a miscarriage before, for me personally, it was nice to be able to tell people what I was going through and not have to explain oh, I was pregnant, but now I'm not. And so I think that's completely a personal choice. With Joshua, we waited till 8 weeks to tell everybody. But this one I just was, I don't know, I was just feeling stressed about it. So I just told the people that I'm close to so I didn't have to keep a secret. So we told people right away, and it started out fine. Started out pretty easy. Nothing really different to than normal. I think it was at the 5 or 5.5 week mark that I definitely started feeling some real symptoms. And right away my lower back started hurting, and I don't know why, but that's definitely, it started right away. And then also, I started having some cravings where it was the only food that sounded good to me at the time was whatever it was that I was craving. And with Joshua, I had some food aversions and some cravings, but these were even stronger than with Joshua. And then I think it was the 6-week mark that the nausea set in. And I have been so nauseous for the past 2.5 weeks or something like that. It's been awful, and everything makes me want to throw up. Thinking about eating makes me want to throw up. Thinking about food makes me want to throw up. Every meal, it's I have to start really thinking about what I could possibly eat. And specifically meat makes me feel so nauseous, and that's really different than normally we try to eat meat and vegetables and a starch or something like that. So that's kind of a normal diet for us. So lately it's been hard to eat really healthy because all I want are carbs. The only thing that sound appealing are carbs and occasionally eggs. And so I've been trying to have a piece of gluten-free toast and an egg, or something like that, to try to get some protein in. And then every day in the afternoon, it seems for a little bit, I start to feel a little bit better, and I eat a really big just salad full of greens just to try to get some good healthy greens in, because there's not a lot of greens throughout the rest of the day. So that's really the biggest symptom, is just this intense nausea, so much different than with Joshua, so much stronger and worse. Today we went to go get lunch, and I'm sitting there and I'm just feeling so gross, and I ordered of course the thing that sounded good didn't have any meat. And so I was like, Danielle, you should probably get some protein. I know other things have protein, but, and so I was sitting there and I was like, all right, so I ordered this chicken sandwich with like roasted chicken and goat cheese on a gluten-free bun, and it came to me and I took one bite and I could not eat any more. I was like completely couldn't eat any of it. I ate a couple of Ben's fries and that was it. That was all I could eat. I couldn't eat what I ordered. So it definitely is way worse than with my first pregnancy, and the food aversions and cravings are way stronger and hard to handle. And I'm going to do a whole video on cravings and like what I've done to try to get good nutrition in, while also taking into consideration that when you're pregnant and you're having this intense nausea, it's not like anything else in life. It's not like you can just power through and eat whatever healthy stuff it is. It's not like going on a diet. It's like everything in your body says, no, I cannot eat that. So I'm going to do a whole thing on my take on how I've handled it and how I've tried to incorporate, nutrition while taking into account the nausea and the cravings. Another thing that is weird about this whole nausea thing is if I do make myself eat, then I often feel a lot better. So that's, that's what people say, but I tried some different ginger things and they're okay. It doesn't seem to help me a ton. So, yeah. Another pregnancy symptom that I've been experiencing is just exhaustion and tiredness and just a lack of motivation and feeling like I have to convince myself to like get up and get things going and clean the house. And I've been really lucky that I've had Ben around over the holidays to help me with a lot, because the energy has been so low and the motivation has not been there. So that's just makes life hard when you have a 10-month-old and a husband and a house and dogs and like all of these living things that you have to take care of, and you're like, I can't. So that's been really tough. And then also there's definitely a wave of emotions that come and go throughout the day, like feeling a lot more emotional than normal, like certain commercials come on that make me really sad, and I get really sad if I'm like, I've been sick and I haven't been able to hold Joshua as much as normal because I don't want him to get sick. And so it's definitely like I have been a lot more like things that normally would make me sad have made me more sad than they would have before I was pregnant. Yeah. Okay. So moving on to my appointment. So with this pregnancy, I'm not suggesting that you do this. I think you should call the doctor right away, especially if you've had a miscarriage before. You can call the doctor and you can get your blood work done, and then they can kind of know like what's going on with you and how everything's going based on your blood work. But I didn't call the doctor right away because I think I was like nervous. And I don't know, sometimes I feel like they're gonna like judge me or something for like, I don't know, it's so stupid because they're so nice. But anyway, and I called and I was able to get an appointment like a couple days after I'd called. So I had my first appointment at 7 weeks, 2 days, pregnant. And I went in and I was nervous because the last time I went in when I had my miscarriage, they could only find the sac, they couldn't see anything else. And so we went in and they found the baby and they found the heartbeat and everything looked just as it should. So I was, on that day, I was 7 weeks, 2 days, and everything was measuring 7 weeks, 1 day, which they said is completely normal. And then the heartbeat was 129, which they said is totally fine. And everything that they measured was right on track. So that's really good news. We got some pictures, and I'm going to insert a couple pictures here. I tried to get some video, but Ben accidentally took pictures instead. So at my next ultrasound, we will do video, and I'll be able to put that in a vlog for you guys. We are getting ready to leave to head to my first doctor's appointment of this pregnancy. I am 7.5 weeks pregnant, and so today they're going to do a sonogram and just kind of like that first check-in just to make sure everything's going well. We just finished at the doctor and everything went well. Everything was measuring exactly right. I am 7 weeks and 2 days today, I guess, and everything was measuring 7 weeks and 1 day. So they said that that's perfect, and the heartbeat was 129, which they said was good. And I also had to give 8 things of blood, and I didn't pass out, so that's also really exciting because with Joshua I did. I went and talked to my doctor, and everything, he said everything looks good and everything sounds good, and so we're off to a healthy start. And so I know it's still super early to be telling people. A lot of people wait till like 12, 13, 14 weeks, but I just wanted to be able to share this journey with you guys. And I just am somebody that prefers to be like upfront and honest about what I'm going through. It would be so hard to lie about it with how hard this pregnancy has been. I would have to not see people because I've been feeling so gross. But that is just part of it. So that's what's going on with us and with the baby. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you can relate to it. If you guys are pregnant or going through any of the same stuff, have any recommendations or questions, please let me know in the comments or, on Instagram or whatever. I would love to talk with you about, going through the same stuff. I'm really lucky that there's a couple people in my friend and family group that I'm going to be able to go through some of this stuff with, which is just really, really cool. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please click the thumbs up button if you liked it and subscribe to my channel. We'll see you guys next week.